Hey guys, working on this old parts truck, Dakota parts truck again, the quad cabber, and I've got the radio sold out of this car, out of this truck. So I need to take the radio out. So in order to take the radio out, you have to get this bezel here off. And this seat's a power seat, and somebody's got it way too damn close to the steering wheel, so I can't sit in the seat while I do this. Now it figures. I mean, I could probably hook a battery up to it, but I don't think it's gonna be that big a deal. But I went on the YouTube channel, and and was watching the guy take the radio out of his 2001, and there's two screws right up under here. They're right there, and right there. And they're Phillips head screws. You probably can see, maybe. Yeah, they're Phillips head, so it shouldn't be too big a deal. Pop them out, and we got to pop this little cover here off. That came off pretty easy. That's your fuse panel cover. Just all your fuses and everything right there. That's nice to have as a spare for a parts truck. There's the alcohol prep in there. Must have been an anti-rattle thing. But then we can pop this off. So you take these screws off, and you have to just pop the bezel off. So let me go get a Phillips head, and let's take them screws out, and let's see if we can get this radio out. Okay, I got the two screws out. There they are right there. I used this little small Phillips head here. I brought my bigger one out just in case they were stuck tight. But as you can see, they also have a hex head on them, and that hex head happens to be a 7mm. So just to make sure, I got a 7 and it fits right in there. So you can use a 7, at least in this one you can use a 7mm or a Phillips. So okay, so that should be the only two screws holding it. So now let me see if I can just pull this bezel off. My understanding is they just pop off by pulling, so and I don't want to break it because I can probably sell this, even though it looks like it may work on my truck. Yeah, that's the whole idea, is to have a parts truck, is to have spare parts. I'm going to turn you off while I try to pull this bezel off, guys. Okay, I've run into a little snag, guys. So I got this piece here loose, and but it won't go any further because the gear shift lever right here is in the park position, and I don't have a key to this truck because I bought it out of a junkyard. And I was told there's a way to disengage that, and it'll go to neutral, or it'll move, but I don't know. Somebody said there was a button you could push, but I don't see no button up in there anywhere. I don't see anything you can push. So what I think I can do, I may be wrong, but there's 3 screws. Let me get the flashlight here. There's 3 screws. There's one there. There's one right there. And one over here. I think I can take these screws off, and this piece here will drop out of the way, I believe. Or at least drop down enough where I can lower the steering column. Okay guys, so to drop this lower cover, you got to have this right here, a T20 Torx bit, and one of these boogers right here. I can get it to focus. Man, I tell you what. Anyway, and you put it in there and it turns the screw right on out. Hopefully this panel will come off and gain access to the bolts to lower the steering column. That would be nice. I just realized this is a tilt column. Yeah. I can just lower the column, tilt the column. Let's try that before I get too carried away here. Nope. It's already fully tilted, so that won't work. So let's continue on removing these. This is why you need to, when you buy your parts trucks and cars, folks, you really need to get the keys for them. A lot of good reasons. You can lock stuff up in the trunk, in the car. You can gain access to the steering, to your shifter. Just a lot of good reasons. You can test power windows if you got the keys, power seats. You turn the switch on. I see so many guys selling stuff and don't have the keys. Well, a lot of people lose stuff like that, so beyond me. This one here is the one I want to get. Well, I'm not left-handed. There we go. Holding the phone with the right, turning this with the left. All right, there's all the screws. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Still don't want to come out. Why is that? Maybe have the screws anywhere else. Let me look around, see if I can find out what else is holding this, guys. Probably just snaps in place. Be right back. Yeah, that was it. I just had to pull on it. It's like it snaps this piece here, goes there, and a little guide pin in here. There's one on each side. You see another one right there. Now this is for the hood release. So you just simply push that down, and that comes out. And that's the part brake release. I'm sorry. Right there, so that takes care of that. So this is out now. It looks to be in good shape. I didn't break it. And I don't think I need this on my truck. So I can probably put this up for sale. I'm pretty sure these have been busted by a few folks over the years on their trucks. I may be able to sell that. All right, so now we got to lower this steering column somehow. Lord have mercy. It's not like a traditional Chrysler car I've been used to working on in the 70s and 60s. I may have to take this shroud here off. Let me study this a little bit and see if I can get this column lowered. Okay, so what I did to gain a little bit more, because the seat's in the way, it slid up under the dash so far. I removed this bracket right here that holds the cable and the shift cable, and it was a T27 right here. I don't know if I'm going to show you where this thing wants to focus. There you go, T27 Torx bit, and that was these two big black bolt screws right here. These here I removed from this lower shroud piece, but that's not how you remove that. I guess it comes off with the steering column, I'm thinking. I don't know, but it's not going to come off anyway because of the tilt. So that was a waste of time, but I want to just kind of get up in here. Now I see two more bolts right here. I'm just trying to drop the column down. That's what I'm trying to do. Probably will have to study on this a little bit. We may pop them bolts loose just to see what happens. This damn seat won't in a way I can get my head up in there a little better. I'm tempted to take the damn seat out. Right in. Okay guys, so I went on a Facebook group last night dedicated to Dodge Dakotas. And there was a guy on there that seemed to know what he was talking about. And he was saying pop this top cover off the steering column shroud, and I'll be able to see the button to push from the top. He said the button's on top that I could push to pull the key or turn the lock cylinder key out. And once I do that, the shifter will move around. So that's what we're going to do. There's a screw here I didn't see, and we're gonna try to get a good look at that with this mirror. I'll be right back with you guys, I hope. Well, that worked. It came off. So now, let me see if I can figure out what button he's talking about. He says you can turn to get the lock cylinder out. I see the lock cylinder right there. The white plastic tag on it. There's a button in there somewhere. It's raining, of course, and I can't, like I say, I can't get this seat to slide back, so we're getting closer. But it's hitting right there on the gear shift lever. So let me get a flashlight where I can get in here a little better. I forgot, I bought this book off of Amazon. About a month ago, I bought some catalogs. I bought one for the PT Cruiser and the minivan, the 03 minivan Caravan, and the Dakota Durango. So let me see what it says in here. It says 2000 through 04. And my truck's a 2000, this parts truck's an 02. So just looking there to see what we got to do to get the lock cylinder out. But also I noticed if push comes to shove, there's 3 bolts right here. Right there, right up there, and back up in there on top. And of course they're star Torx type things, which I have a limited supply of, but maybe I have one that'll fit. And I think if you take that off, that whole piece, because I've already disconnected the cable, I think that whole piece will just drop out of the way, which might be the thing to do. But I'm gonna read up on this lock cylinder just so I'll know in the future how to do that while I'm here. I can see what's going on, because I don't see any button that you push. Okay guys, I was able to get this thing to come loose enough. This whole shifter mechanism here. Oh Lord, now I got it jammed up. There we go. And it took a little Torx bit, that thing there, and up on the top, up in here, I couldn't get clearance with that, so I had to get this wrench here to put on that. It's a T25 Torx bit, and here's the 2 bolts right here. I'll put them back in, I guess, once I get this. So let's finish pulling this off, and I can get this radio out. Pain in the ass. Okay, guys, so there's a harness connecting. It's the one for the headlight switch right here, and the cargo switch, dome light. And so I believe what you have to do on these, you push this little red tab right here down like that, and then I believe you can just wiggle that off, but I'm probably gonna need 2 hands. Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 hands. I don't want to break anything. Let me turn you off and see if I can wiggle this thing off. So that's all it was. Once you pop that little red tab off, I took this big screwdriver, just stuck behind this, pried it right off. Easy, came off real easy. Now the heater control has wiring harness also, so same deal. Well, actually it's not the same deal. You just pull these out, I think. But again, you can't do it with one hand, so I don't want to break anything. So let me turn you off, and I'll pop these harnesses off, and we'll have this off. There's the 4 screws that hold the radio in. So we'll have this radio out here just a bit, I think. Okay, it's off. Didn't tear any wiring up or anything. So we'll sit this back here in the back. And this thing's in nice shape. I believe mine's black on my truck, so I'll hang on to this. I believe it's the same. If it's not the same, I'll put this up for sale too. We're not worried about that right now. Got to get this radio out for my customer right now. So yeah, now I got interested in the seats. Man, I hope he comes on and gets these things. It'll help a lot. But yeah, we got easy access to the instrument cluster and the steering column now. So let's pull this radio out right quick. All right, folks, there you have it. The connector came off, no problem. Didn't break anything. There's the antenna. Not sure about the little plastic piece there. Here's the radio. Thinking the plastic piece may go back in that radio, I'm not sure. We'll look into that. But the radio's there, got the radio sold. And yeah, we're done with this job.